Hey guys, just thought I'd make a little update this week. Or midweek. It's Wednesday night. It's just gone 10:30. I'm taking broilers off to be processed tomorrow, so just been going through them. I go through them and weigh any guys. Our smallest chicken that we sell is 1.5 to 1.8 kilos. So if there's anybody under 2.3 kilos live weight, I knock them back to the next batch. So they stay around for 3 more weeks and they'll become an extra large chicken. So I've just gone through them there, and I've got 85 birds ready for slaughter, and I've 15 on the knock back to the next batch. And had a really busy day at the farm today. I had the Department of Agriculture out here. As far as I know, I'm the only person in Ireland that I'm trying to register this model with them of mobile housing, and been really positive day. Still some stuff we've got to work out, but in Ireland, if you have over 350 laying hens, you are required to register as an egg producer. And then if you want to sell your eggs at a farmer's market, to food service, to retail, those eggs need to go through an egg packing centre. Now, if you sell direct to the end customer, you don't need to have an egg packery. Your eggs don't need to go through an egg packing centre. So all my sales are currently to end customers, but I wanted to get an egg packery registered anyway, just to be above board, to have everything nice. I wanted an egg packing centre anyway on the farm, just to have a nice flow. And I also wanted the option in the future, if I wanted to sell at farmers markets, to food service or retail, that option was there. So I made an application for an egg packing centre, and I made an application as an egg producer, because I was registered as having poultry, but I wasn't registered as an egg producer, because up in last year I only had 200 hens, so it's only this year they went up to 600. And now, of course, the legislation is all built around commercial big houses, even the free range. It's a big house where they have access to outside, but the birds don't really use it. So there was a lot of interpretation of legislation, and we navigated a lot of it, and we were very happy with most of it. There's still some issues we're trying to work through. There is an issue through basically the bird density, because my birds only sleep in the eggmobile and lay. So I put 300 in it, but they look at the eggmobile as their house. So when they measure the eggmobile, and it's I left a bit of the story out. To register as an egg producer, you can only have 4 options. I call my eggs pasture raised, and that's fine. There's nothing against that. I can do that. But when you want to register as an egg producer, there's 4 boxes you got to fit in. You're either caged, barn raised, free range, or organic. And I don't like fitting in boxes. I don't like being pushed into boxes. But I'm not going down the organic route for personal reasons. So I said, right, I'll go. I thought it'd be ironic if I went down the cage route and called them caged and went with my system, but I said, okay, I'm going to go for free range. So they're going to register me as a free range egg producer. I'm still going to sell my eggs the way I always do, show people how I do it, call them pasture raised, because that's what I think they are. But to have free range, you have to have 9 birds per square meter as a maximum in the house. So we're trying to work around that. They come out and they can see exactly how the system works, and they totally believe in it, and they're trying to work with me to find a way that we meet the legislation, and the system can be the way it is. So that's ongoing, but they're really happy with the egg packery. So I'm going to give you a look at the egg packery. I've been working on this for a while. I haven't shown it to you guys. It's been a kind of an ongoing project, but I'll give you a look at it here now, and I'll keep you updated on the registration, but I'm hoping to have that through in the next couple of weeks. I'm pretty sure the inspector seemed pretty confident that we can find a solution, and I have a couple of solutions in mind that could work, so we'll navigate all them, and I'll keep you posted. Okay, so it's pretty dark, but I'm just trying to show you. So this is a 20-foot, it's not a shipping container, it's actually a back of a lorry that was cut off the chassis, but same thing as a shipping container, and I use it in a lot of things at the minute. But in here is just my tool room. This is my egg packery in here. So typically I come in from the field, I put my crates sitting on this table, Then I changed my shoes. So we've got designated shoes that only go in the egg packery. They're white safety shoes. Then we come into our egg packery. There's the gown up procedure there. And first is we have our wash station, so we wash our hands. We've got hot and cold water. The hot water is powered by the tank up there. Then we put on our lab coat. Then eggs coming in from the field go down here. So this is today's eggs. I have to pack these off before I go home. So eggs come in, get stored here. We've got these crates. These crates are only for field use, and they're labelled for each egg mobile, so we can keep all the eggs separate and we can record data separately. And then our spare trays are there. And up here we've got storage for cardboard, some cleaning equipment storage, some extra crates. And this is the egg packing table. So we've got our calibrated scales, and it's important that you have a certificate for your scales that they're calibrated. So we take the eggs and we'll weigh them, we'll pop them on the scales, we'll count them and weigh them, and then we start grading them. And this is our candler, so we can check if there's any cracks. I also actually have extra lighting here, so if I need to have increased lighting, I have lighting there. We will pack them off into our packaging if we're doing trays of 30 or 6 packs, and then we come over here. We've got our labeler. Our labeler just runs off my iPad and print off our labels, and then we store our finished. I've only got 6 packs here, but we store them here. Now it's important to have temperature control. So up here I've got, again, you're supposed to have a calibrated thermometer, and eggs are required to be stored. For an egg producer, they need to be stored and transported between 5 and 18 degrees. So if it gets too hot in the summer, this is a 4-in-1. So it's an air purifier, it's a heater, a cooler, and a dehumidifier, because it's important to keep the moisture low as well. So that regulates the temperature. And then our eggs are here, and they get crated up and ready to go for delivery. So it's a very simple little setup. I've done all the work myself, all the electrics, the plumbing, built it. I have some videos, and I just keep a first aid kit and some fire safety stuff there as well. And it's our fuse box that powers everything. But extremely low cost, I'd say. All in all, I've got maybe 500 euros, and well, a bit more. The aircon unit is like 300 euros. The scales that's a good set of scales. I think I paid 200 and something for them. And the printers, all these little bits probably make itself, but the actual room itself cost me very little. The timber is, I think, like less than 100 euros. That was a door I had. It's all made up of bits. This is all, we call it melamine here, so it's all wipeable surfaces. And the side of the container is all a wipeable surface, so it's really easy to clean. The water cooler, or the water heater I actually had as well. So this actually cost me very little. The lights I had, the timber I had to buy this melamine, and I bought 2 sheets of MDF, but the wiring I had to buy the fittings and a few of these guys. The sink I had, I think all in all for the room itself, I'm like maybe 400 euros, and then the money then for these. The other thing I forgot to mention, we've got bait points as well. They're important, so for rodent control. And then we also have kind of the most important part of the whole thing is our record keeping. So we keep records and everything. It's a visitor log, so we record all the weights, the percentage of lay, the A eggs, the B eggs, the C eggs, the average weight. We keep the egg mobile separate. Then we have packing. We do daily temperature checks in the egg packery, cleaning checks weekly, daily and weekly. We've the delivery van temperature checks, delivery van cleaning, and so on. So we've got all the data, the base maps, there's everything checked, feed sheets, but all this data is kept, and it keeps everyone happy. So we keep that data, and then when we have our inspections, we can present it all, and we have everything in check. So I'm really happy. This is a really nice flow for the farm. It's really easy to handle eggs and keep them moving fast. So if you eat Heather Hill Farm eggs, they've gone through this room to make sure the quality is 100%. For any guys in Ireland that are looking to do something similar to this, I do offer a consultancy service. I have quite a few people now avail of that, and some really cool projects that we're working on with that I'm working on with some people. So that's really fun. And as I say, we're navigating the way through the regulations with the department, and maybe my hope is one day that I can instigate a change in the regulations so that the department will maybe have a second set of regulations for small scale producers like myself that apply and make sense to an operation like this. And the inspectors even were mentioning that's really where we need to be going. So it's something I'm looking at starting the ball rolling with the department of how we can go about making relevant legislation and regulations for good farming practices, because that's what we need. I'm not, regulation is really important, that inspectors can inspect people and make sure everything's good. We can't just rely on farmers alone to uphold it. They have to be checked as well. And I'm happy for the inspectors to come out here and check me. I'm happy for anyone to come and check my farm, because that's the kind of policy we have here. We're completely transparent. So yeah, if there's anyone out there who needs some help getting their own operation up and down, check out our website for our consultancy service, and I'm more than happy to help you guys out. Just packing off some beautiful salad bags. So we're doing, it's a red and a green oak leaf lettuce mix. We do 150 gram packs, and we just keep them in the ice box, got a little ice box in there, keeps them nice and cool and fresh. Cut in the morning, delivered to our customers then that day. Beautiful salad greens. I'm just back from dropping off the chickens at the processors, or at the slaughterhouse down in Galway. Go back down and pick them up in the morning. We dropped off 100 chickens, and got our open day coming up, so just making sure everything's nice for our open day. We've had a lot of rain. Today is the last day of July, and it's pretty much rained for the whole of July here, and done that last year, done it this year, so the ground conditions are really wet. Pasture's holding up pretty good. The birds leave their mark, but it's still regenerating pretty good, so hopefully we get a drier August, and that should set me up to get a good run into the winter, because we want to keep the birds out as long as possible on the winter. What happens is we just run out of grass. The grass stops growing, so we come around and we're trying to put hens onto somewhere where there is no grass. We can't do that, so then we got to use our polytunnels then to help get the birds through the winter. So we put them in the polytunnel. They have access to outside areas, but it's areas that we've designated that we know we're going to really impact it hard, and then we work on recovering them the following year. So it's all about planning your grazing and planning how you're going to impact your soil and your grass to minimize leaving bare soil, and to promote good soil health and grass growth. So yeah, open day now, and this Sunday we're completely booked out, so that's hopefully going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of people on the farm, show them around, give a bit of a educational talk on how all the systems are working together, and I'm really looking forward to that. So if you're coming to the open day, can't wait to see you on the farm, and have a good week, guys.